So some of you out there have been like listening to my testimonies, right? So I'm going to try to make this video a little bit quicker. So I was a high-ranking ascended host at one point in time, right? Lucifer, aka Zeus, that was his name in the Shamayim before he was cast down to earth with his fallen angels. Lucifer had disguised himself as a swan and raped me as I was sleeping, and I conceived an egg out of that rape, right? And the reason he did it, there was a lot of malice intent, there was a lot of sick malice intent, and that is why he got cast down to earth. And not only that, he took a third of the Father's sons with him, because he deceived them and lied to them and said all kinds of crazy stuff. So anyway, long story short, and they now are the reptilians, right? Because when they got cast down to earth, they started murdering and raping, and they literally like caved in on themselves from the evil that they were doing. Okay, so fast forward, I just continued to do what I was still in the Shamayims. I was hanging on by a thread. I was imploding. But I was still doing everything, by a thread, but I was still, taking care of business. I ended up falling for a human that I was watching over, right? Because the ascended hosts have a job to do here on Earth, and that is to watch humanity, okay? And they're still here. So, I ended up taking a liking to him. Long story short, the Father did not condone that. Humans are with humans, ascended hosts with ascended hosts. We ahava differently. Like if you, spirit and flesh are two different things, right? But I didn't understand that back then. I thought everybody had the same heart as I did, right? I didn't understand the difference back then. Okay, so he didn't condone the marriage, so I laid with him, right? And in the spirit realm, right, here's the thing too, like in the spirit realm, when you are lay with your marriage partner, you are together forever. Like that's it. Like there is no divorce. Like you're with them forever. There is no finding other spouses, that kind of thing, like here on Earth. So he was a human being, and I was an ascended host, and I soul tied with him, right? I lost my virginity to him, to a human. It didn't count with Lucifer because that was all his malice intent. There was no intention on my part with that, right? The Father did not count that. So anyway, he ended up dying in his sin, right? Like, until death do you part, right? Now death, true death, is when you end up in the land of the dead. Because truly, there is no death in the Creator Yahuwah. You do not die. And you will find your spouse in again. You will. There is no death in Yahuwah, okay? So he died, and I descended into Sheol and grabbed him out. I didn't grab him out. I made a deal with Hades, okay? And that's part of the reason why I've been here for thousands of years, because I went against divine order and divine judgment. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, the Father saw his heart, knew all that he was gonna do. There was a reason why he didn't. Flesh and spirit are two different things. Flesh is like materialistic things of this world, right? People of flesh find value in mammon and cars and houses and sex and drugs and things of flesh, things that don't matter. Things of spirit They find their value in the creator. They find they ahava the creator's creations, and that's where two entirely different beings. So anyway, yeah, thousands of years I have had to walk through this hell, which will end. Thousands of years. To say the least. And nothing was done in vain. Everything has a reason, right? So, anyway, yeah. Anyway, I'll make another one. I'll praise the Most High Yahweh.
Research flat